So I've been on the Google ecosystem for a long time now, and while it's been pretty good, I think it's time to move over to Apple. I've been using Apple devices now for a couple of years, and I really love being a part of that ecosystem. One of the last things I need to do is move all of my smart home devices over to Apple HomeKit. So currently I use the Google Home app to manage all of my smart devices. And I have things on there like my lights. So you can see this little light here. That's on my Google Home system, so I can control it from my phone. I also have things like the Chromecast with Google TV dongles on my TVs. And recently I replaced one of the Google TVs with the Apple TV 4K. So the reason I got the Apple TV was because my Google TV would constantly drop out and lose internet connection. So you would be sitting there watching Netflix and it would just drop out. You have to go back in, reconnect the internet. This was happening almost every night and it was just getting really frustrating. So we got the Apple TV. I had been waiting for the new Apple TV to be released, which hopefully it's this year, but I just decided I will grab the Apple TV 4K, test it out, and I haven't had a single internet connection drop out in the last month since using the Apple TV. And the other reason I wanted the Apple TV was because it acts as a hub for your smart home. So now that I have that, I can use the Apple Home app to manage all of my smart devices. But my problem is all of my smart lights and stuff like that are only for the Google ecosystem, so they won't work on the Apple HomeKit. So what I want to do today is I'm going to take you along and we're going to go to IKEA because they have a new range of smart home devices. And we're going to go get some light bulbs, and we can also have a look at some of the other products that they have. And I'll show you what you need to look out for when buying Apple smart home devices for Apple Home. So if you don't have an Apple TV, you can also use the HomePod or the HomePod Mini as your hub. So if you've already got those set up at home, then you're good to go. But I do really recommend the Apple TV. I've only been using it for a month and it is such an upgrade from my Google TV. But yeah, maybe that will be a video for another day. Okay, so let's head off to IKEA and I'm going to show you the whole process of picking out the right light bulbs and setting it up in the Apple Home app. And I'll just bring you along and we'll do it together. Okay, so I'm back in the car and I have the light bulbs that I wanted to get, and I also got an extra thing I'll show you. I didn't do any talking in there because it's super awkward filming in public, so I'm just going to show you what I got here, and I'll just also show you some clips of being in IKEA. So I've got this one here, which is the E27, and this is going into my front lounge room in a lamp. You can see down the bottom here it's Matter. So when you're buying smart home devices, you want to look for the Matter logo on the box. Matter is basically a universal standard that means the device will work across any smart home platform, whether that's Apple Home, Google Home, or Alexa. So even though I'm setting this up with Apple today, if I ever switch to something else down the track, these bulbs will still work. And then for the little mushroom lamp in my office, I have this one, which is a E14. And this is like an RGB color one you can see on the top there. So I can actually change colors, and we also have the Matter logo right there. And then I got one extra thing, which I saw in there, which is this little remote, and it's actually got like a little spinning wheel. They just had other remotes with like an on-off switch, which were cool as well, but I liked this one with the scrolling wheel because I should be able to change the colors on my little mushroom lamp in the office, which will be nice. So we can also test out this one as well. So now I'm going to head to JB Hi-Fi and we're going to go get the Nanoleaf bayonet light bulbs for my bedroom lamps because IKEA don't sell bayonet fittings, they only sell the screw fittings. So let's go over to JB Hi-Fi and get the light bulbs that we need from there. Okay, so I just finished at JB Hi-Fi and I've picked up the Nanoleaf 2-pack of bayonet light bulbs. So these ones are a bit more expensive. It was $49 for a 2-pack, but these work with Matter. It says it works with Apple Home, Google Home, and Alexa. So now let's go home and let's get this all set up. All right, so it's the next day. I didn't get time to do the setup yesterday, so we're gonna do it today. So let's start with the ones we got from IKEA. So this is the one that's going in my front lounge room in a lamp. It's a E27, and this is the model. I'm not gonna try to say that. And then we have the E14, which is the smaller light, and this is the RGB. And it's gonna be replacing the bulb in this little lamp here in my office. So when you're looking for any smart home devices for your Apple Home, you want to make sure it either has this Matter logo here, or you want to make sure it works with Apple Home. In the IKEA smart home section, they do have older smart home bulbs that work only with the IKEA hub. So you need to make sure that you're picking the right ones with Matter, so it can work with your Apple Home, so you don't have to buy that IKEA hub as well. So we got those 2 bulbs, and then we also got this little remote as well. You can see that has the Matter logo, so that will work fine. And that is the model of this one here. So I'm quite interested to see how well these IKEA bulbs work, because they are a lot cheaper than something like the Nanoleaf or Philips Hue or any of those other brands. So the first bulb that we're going to replace is this one here, and we're going to walk through the whole thing together. I've never set it up before with Apple Home. As I said before, I've only used Google Home. So we'll be doing this together and we'll see how well these connect. And yeah, let's do it. Okay, so this is the Apple Home app that you need. It should already be on your phone, iPad, or Mac. And so if we open that, this is what the app looks like. So when you first open up the app, it might just ask you to name your home. I called mine My Home, and it's already added my Apple TV. So I didn't even actually do that. It just automatically put it in there for me, because I'm pretty sure I've only opened this app up once just to have a quick look, and my Apple TV was already in there. So to add our light bulb, all we need to do is come up here to the plus button, go add accessory. In the light bulb box, there's a little user manual with a QR code on it, and all we need to do is scan that, and you can see here it's picked up that it's a light. And then we're going to go add home. It's just saying make sure your accessory is powered on and nearby. Well, that would help if I turned it on. So now it's on. Okay, so now it's saying setting up. So it's because I forgot to switch the light on. Now it's flashing. That usually means it's in like a pairing mode. Okay, and then now it's going to ask us where we would like to put this. So I'm going to create a new room, and I'm going to call this office. It's come up with the model name, and so we'll go continue. I might just leave all of that for now. And it looks like there's an update for the light, so let's do that. And the light is now added to my home. And you can also enable automatic updates, so let's do that too. It's just downloading the update. So I think I want to rename this so I know exactly which light it is in my office. So I'm going to press and hold, maybe go to accessory settings. Okay, so then I can rename it. So I might call this one office lamp. So yeah. So now it's just renamed to office lamp, and it looks like we can add it to the home view, which is that first tab that we're in, and also include it into favorites. You can see it's installing the update now. So now that's done and the light is on 100%. So just by pressing on it, we'll turn the light on and off. And then if we click on office and actually go into the office lights, and then if we maybe press on it, then we'll turn it on. We can change the brightness. We can change the color. Adding the remote to Apple Home was also pretty easy. All I had to do was pop in some AAA batteries and then scan the QR code from the manual that came in the box. and it all connected straight away. Where I ran into a bit of trouble was configuring the buttons and the scroll wheel. I couldn't work it out at first, so I watched a few YouTube videos, and I've now got the buttons set up to turn the lamp on and off, which is great, but the scroll wheel is still a work in progress. I know it can control the brightness and change the colors because I was playing with the display model in the IKEA store and it was doing exactly that. So I just need to spend a bit more time figuring that out. So if you happen to have this same remote and you've worked it out, drop a comment below because I would love to know how you did it. Okay, so we're now in the front lounge room and I've just put the E27 IKEA bulb into this lamp here and I've turned it on, and then next we just want to open up our home app. Hit the plus button, add accessory, and then we will just need to get the booklet out of the box with the QR code and scan it, and then it's picked up, it's a light. Go add, you can see when it's flashing it's in pairing mode. Okay, and we want this one to go in the front lounge room, which it had already created a group for that because my Apple TV is in there. So we're going to go continue. And I'm just going to rename this one lamp. And we'll go continue. Then it also has an update, so we're going to install the update. And it's added to my front lounge room. So now we can see in the front lounge room, we have the lamp and my Apple TV. So just while we're waiting for that to download, the Apple TV that I have is this one here. It's the 4K with Wi-Fi and Ethernet, and it's got 128 gigs of storage. And then you can see on the back here, you can use it as your Apple Home hub. Okay, so now that has installed, and if we tap on it, we can turn it off and on. If we go into our lounge room, so in here we can change whether we want a cooler color or a warmer color. You can also change the brightness, so it seems pretty responsive. So you can also use this to change the color temperature. So yeah, in the lounge room, I like it to be a bit warmer, and I don't like it too bright at night time. So we'll bring it down to there. All right, so now let's head to the bedroom and we will set up the Nanoleaf bedside table lights. Okay, so this is the Nanoleaf bulb, and in the box, because it's a 2-pack, you get this little sticker here with the pairing QR code on it. So there's one for each bulb. So I'll go put this bulb in and then we'll do the setup. Okay, so now to add the Nanoleaf bulb, we're just going to go to the plus button, add accessory. We're going to get that QR code that was in the box, add light, and we're going to put this one in bedroom, and then I just named it bedside lamp 1, and then I'll go done. So you can see we have the bedside lamp right there. So if we go into this one and we'll turn it on, we'll scroll down, we can actually change the color of this lamp as well. So this one also feels really nice and responsive as I'm moving through the colors. So that's on 100% brightness, and this is down at 14%. So Nanoleaf is also super easy to connect as well, which is great. So setting up these smart bulbs in the lamps is super easy to do. The IKEA ones paired straight away. The Nanoleaf ones also paired straight away. So I can highly recommend those two. Obviously I have only just set them up, and we'll see how they go over time. If we have any issues with the connection and stuff like that, I can let you know. So if you're watching this in a few months' time, leave a comment and you can ask me how they're going and I'll give you an update. So I also quickly just set up some automations as well. That was super easy. There's just a little button here in the middle that you press that says automation. You click on that and there's a little plus button up in the top corner. Hit that and then you just go through the process and add the automations. I just did it for my front lamp to turn on in the evenings and then turn off before bed. And then I also have my bedside tables doing the same thing. So this is probably just the basics of what a smart home can be. Adding some light bulbs around your house is the perfect thing to do to start off your smart home. Using the Apple Home app was really easy, and I'm excited to add more things to my smart home, like door sensors, security cameras. There's so many things. IKEA had a bunch of other smart home devices you can get as well, so go have a look on the website. So that's pretty much it for this video. I just wanted to show you what it's like from the very beginning of going out and buying your first smart home light bulb and what you need to look for, and then going through and setting it up. It wasn't a full demonstration. I just wanted to show you the basics of how easy it is to get started. So I'm really happy with how everything is set up now, and I'm going to keep playing with it and adding on. So make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to my channel, and hopefully I'll be putting out some more smart home videos soon. And in the meantime, you can check out these videos here.